This man achieved success in the NBA despite being homeless. How can someone transition from living on the streets to becoming one of the biggest stars in the NBA and making it to the NBA Finals? Well, this is the remarkable story of Jimmy Butler. Jimmy is the last person you would expect to have experienced homelessness because he had a seemingly normal childhood in one of the wealthiest cities in Texas. However, when Jimmy was just 13 years old, his life took an unexpected turn. His father left the family without any explanation, and since Jimmy resembled his father, his mother couldn't bear to look at him anymore. Eventually, she reached a breaking point and harshly told Jimmy that she didn't like the way he looked and that he had to leave, leaving him on the streets. Jimmy reflects on this difficult time, saying, "To tell the truth, my mom kicked me out of the house. I bounced in and out of guys' houses in high school. One might think that being a teenager forced to navigate life on his own would be challenging enough, but Jimmy's journey to NBA stardom was about to become even more difficult. On days when he couldn't find a place to crash at a friend's house, he would roam the streets. Homelessness, especially in the scorching Texas heat, was incredibly tough for anyone, let alone Jimmy. Living under these conditions forced him to make a life-changing decision. Jimmy had always been a passionate football fan, as it was a big part of Texas culture. However, he grew tired of the intense sun and his relatively small stature compared to other players. He decided to shift his focus to basketball, which offered the advantage of indoor courts with air conditioning. At the time, Jimmy didn't fully comprehend how significant this choice would be, but he wasted no time signing up for basketball at Tomball High School, where he made a commitment to become a star athlete. During his senior year, Jimmy's basketball journey began, and he formed a close friendship with Jordan Leslie, who would later become his adopted brother, allowing Jimmy to stay at his family's home. Those temporary stays turned into longer-term arrangements, and Jimmy finally found a stable home where he felt love and support. He understood that this family took a risk by welcoming a stranger into their lives, so he was determined not to let them down. For the first time, Jimmy had hope in his life, and his basketball journey had only just begun. He set an ambitious goal, one that most kids could only dream of, making it to the NBA. Jimmy was determined, and that year marked the beginning of his basketball career as he enrolled at Tyler Junior College in Tyler, Texas. Jimmy remembers his first game at Tyler Junior College, scoring 33 points and wondering if he could do that on a nightly basis. The next game, he scored 35 points. He realized that he belonged in the world of basketball. However, Jimmy knew that dominating at the junior college level meant little in the grand scheme of achieving his NBA dreams. He understood that if he wanted to make it to the next level, he needed to elevate his game and get recruited by a top-ranked university. But Jimmy soon faced a daunting challenge. His own teammate, who was already on the radar of NBA scouts, stood in his way. Jimmy's star teammate attracted attention from coaches, making it even harder for Jimmy to shine. He began to doubt whether he could ever compete with the best of the best. Passes to his teammate meant he might not get the ball, and everyone was striving to reach the next level. However, Marquette University's assistant coach Buzz Williams recognized Jimmy's potential and assured him that he wanted him to play for Marquette. This gave Jimmy a glimmer of hope. Buzz Williams saw something special in Jimmy and pushed him harder than any of his teammates. Jimmy had to put in extra work, often attending early morning drills at 5:30 a.m. The intensity of these workouts nearly made him quit basketball, feeling homesick and far away from home. But Coach Buzz Williams saw the potential for Jimmy to become an invaluable player by the end of the year. Despite the doubts and hardships, Jimmy persevered, knowing that he had to take his game to a whole new level. Opportunity finally knocked when Jimmy's teammate, Wesley Matthews, left Marquette for the NBA, opening a starting spot. The team believed that Jimmy had what it took to become their next leader, and he seized the opportunity. However, Jimmy's lack of confidence in being able to surpass Wesley's performance lingered. Coach Buzz Williams, who knew Jimmy's story and aspirations, continued to push him. Eventually, Wesley returned and gave Jimmy life-changing advice, assuring him that he had what it takes to play in the NBA. This motivated Jimmy to take basketball even more seriously and set his sights on becoming an NBA pro. Jimmy understood that it was now or never. He knew that he had to raise his draft stock in his final year at Marquette if he wanted to achieve his dream of making it to the NBA. During that season, he played with the chip on his shoulder, hitting game-winning shots and averaging over 15 points per game. He carried Marquette during March Madness, leading his team to the Sweet 16. However, despite his accomplishments, Jimmy's ultimate goal was to go pro. Thus, after the 2011 season, he made the decision to declare for the NBA draft. The NBA draft night arrived, and the top players from high school and college gathered, hoping to see their dreams come true. Jimmy knew he had tough competition, but he believed that his name would eventually be called. However, as the picks rolled in one by one, Jimmy's name remained uncalled. Many teams saw him as a risky choice due to his perceived limitations as an athlete. However, with the 30th pick in the 2011 NBA draft, the Chicago Bulls selected Jimmy Butler from Marquette University. Overwhelmed with emotion, Jimmy shed tears of joy as he realized that he had accomplished what many doubted he could. But Jimmy knew that merely making it to the NBA was not the end of his journey. It was just a stepping stone towards an even greater goal. He recognized that going from being homeless to the NBA was a blessing. With this newfound platform, he made a commitment to give his all to basketball and inspire millions of people worldwide. The world began to see that Jimmy Butler was not satisfied with being good or even an all-star. He aimed for greatness, showcasing his tenacity, clutch performances, defensive prowess, and toughness on and off the court. Despite reaching 3 consecutive All-Star games and helping the Bulls make the playoffs in 2 of those 3 years, Jimmy Butler was traded to the Minnesota Timberwolves as the Bulls chose to rebuild with younger players. After short stints with the Timberwolves and the Philadelphia 76ers, Jimmy found a home with the Miami Heat. In his first year with the Miami Heat, they exceeded expectations by reaching the 2020 NBA Finals inside the Walt Disney World Resort bubble, eventually losing in 6 games to the Los Angeles Lakers. Jimmy went insane in Game 5 when he messed around and got a triple-double, scoring 35 points, 12 rebounds, 11 assists, and 5 steals. Fast forward to 2023, the Miami Heat once again exceeded expectations by making it to the NBA Finals after starting the playoffs in the play-in tournament and becoming just the second 8th seed to ever make the finals. Despite running into a juggernaut in Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets, Jimmy Butler brought us so many magical moments, beating the top 2 seeds in the Eastern Conference as huge underdogs, and taking the Nuggets to 5 games despite being undermanned is an accomplishment in itself. This NBA Finals and playoff run was another example of Jimmy Butler giving the world something truly special. In conclusion, Jimmy Butler's journey from homelessness to NBA stardom is a testament to his unwavering determination and resilience. He defied the odds, overcame numerous obstacles, and proved that anything is possible with hard work and belief in oneself. Thanks for taking the time to watch our video. We hope you enjoyed it as much as we enjoyed making it. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss a new video from us. If you did enjoy the video, give it a like and leave a comment. And if you have any suggestions or requests, let us know in the comments. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.